So my knowledge of Macross boils down to this. It's planes, sometimes with legs, sometimes as robots, and that's where Jetfire came from. That's it. So when Takara Tomy announced they'd be doing a crossover to celebrate both the 40th anniversary of Transformers and the 30th anniversary of Macross 7, I said, well, that's nice for the Macross fans, isn't it? And then I got back to my usual day-to-day of farting the theme tune to Around the World with Willy Fogg. But then I saw the toy itself and something in the back of my brain went, oh! So I got that checked out, got the all clear, pre-ordered the toy, which arrived by post from Japan, the country. Now this did get me to go down the shallowest of rabbit holes when it comes to Macross 7, but we haven't let knowledge or reason interfere with our videos before, so let's look at this toy on its own merits. The box is fairly fancy, can't help but notice the arms and the legs in the render are much darker than the actual toy, but who hasn't been lied to a little bit? A lot of information to absorb here. Macross 7 30th anniversary, licensed by Big West, synerge-nex, okay, Transformers, I know that one. Basara Prime, yep, Takara Tomy, T-Spark. This is like one of those found footage films that has a million production companies before the intro, and those are always good, so geez though, look at all this. I suppose I do need clarification, and I can't complain when Hasbro put absolutely zero context on their boxes and then not read this. Time to translate this novella they've put on the side of the box. Okay, so T-Spark is Takara Tomy's umbrella for their collector's licenses, your Zoids, your Diaclones, Transformers, etc. Synerge-nex, it seems like that's the thing that brings T-Spark together with IPs from outside of their remit and establishes exciting opportunities for brand synergy, and I'm wondering why I needed to know that. Okay, some information on Macross 7 and what that's all about. A futuristic world where the protagonist, Basara pilots their fancy plane that sometimes has legs and is sometimes a robot, and turns the tide of battle through their singing and the power of rock and roll. And okay, that does sound pretty good. Some information on Transformers, and they really do cram in 40 years of information into a small space. And despite not name-checking KISS players specifically, take some responsibility, Takara, they did a good job. I won't go in-depth on the back of the box because I don't want to spoil things, but saying that this thing transforms into 7 modes, it isn't exactly a lie, but it is stretching the boundaries of common sense. The main thing here is that there's some detail on how this all came together in universe, how it works in fiction. I love that. That's all I ask for, a tiny bit of flavour. Optimus Prime hears Basara's song from another galaxy, he investigates, and he takes on the form of Basara's jet, the Fire Valkyrie. Their song infuses the Matrix and lets Prime also settle battles through the power of song. That is quite literally enough to make me happy. Okay, in the box you'll get all you need for a fantastic time. Basara Prime comes in their alt mode, like all 30th anniversary Macross 7 crossovers brought to you by synerge-nex, Takara Tomy, through T-Spark, licensed by Big West in collaboration with Transformers, should... We get instructions, a few different heads, this incredible looking guitar, and a big old trailer. Now, you'll see this trailer and immediately think, that's Rodimus Prime's trailer. And throughout the video, you'll see more and more evidence that this toy was absolutely intended to be Hot Rod or Rodimus at some point in development, and then they shat it and changed it to Optimus. I can all but guarantee that, but I wanted to get that out the way before you start clicking away in the comments. No, I can hear you already. The Fire Valkyrie mode is beautiful. The red they landed on is so vibrant. Those hot hits of yellow really work. There's a fun little matrix under the cockpit there. I don't know if you can open the cockpit, or if you can, I'm afraid to wrench it open. It's nice the way it is. Landing gear at the front. There's nothing immediately obvious at the back, which is a little bit sad, but not the end of the world. It's weighty, it's solid, it feels as premium as it should considering the price. Underneath it's not bad, some clear Optimus Prime looking stuff going on there, but I've seen worse undercarriages in my life, trust me. Okay, let's change this lad up into their gerwalk mode. That means the little dolly plane is going to pop out some legs and arms, okay? If you're a Transformers only kind of person, this might seem a bit lame, and maybe even a little shite. But these Macross fans, they can't get enough of it. You know, stay open-minded is what I'm saying. The only major problem I had was figuring out how these legs work. The instructions, look, I don't read Japanese, but I don't think that's the issue. So I went to a few other Transformers YouTube channels, which do exist, I was surprised as you, and I figured it out. You really have to push the tabs into place with a, I am going to break this toy I've just bought level of force. You have to do the same again almost immediately with the thigh part too. Once you know this, it's easy. Everything's easy once you know. I'd say the line from G.I. Joe, but synerge-nex won't allow it. Yeah, so that's a plane with legs. Look, I didn't grow up watching anything where that was cool. It always looks half transformed to me. I get it. I know, but this still gives us a chance to show off a few things. We pop off this shield at the start of the transformation, and that connects to this arm, and this pretty cool big rifle can be held in the other, and he's having a great time. Maybe, it's hard to tell. Okay, let's finish the job and get Prime in full fighting form. Not a ton to do, messing with the chest piece a little, and what's probably my favourite part, opening this hatch on the bottom of the cockpit, pulling that to the back, and we have the head that we turn around and fold together before bringing out this spiky piece, and we're there. And that's Basara Prime. Sure, a little bit awkwardly proportioned, a little skinny in places. There's these little pieces on the side that you pull out. I think it's to add a certain bit of extra chonk in the appearance, but it's fighting against a strong tide there. I do like it. The chest plate is given a kind of Power Master Prime inner robot feel, and he's got all the moves when he wants to. These nice smokestacks work, and it's got character that exists out of just being Optimus Prime in cosplay. Next step is taking this trailer here, and we'll get to all the vehicle mode stuff. It's okay, have a drink of juice. And it can all fold out to reveal this dope as fuck live stage mode, with loads of speakers, a big mic stand that folds out, and pegs to stand the big lad on. I love how vibrant and fun this is, and honestly, it gives more purpose to the toy than a battle platform with a big boring cannon would have. Basara's guitar has been upped in size for Prime, and we can get that articulated strap over his head, and look, who can say no to this? Oh, me actually, shut up. I love this. It's this idea specifically. I never knew I had a thing for such nonsense. We reviewed Mike Saunders' The 13th a year ago, and they have a surprisingly similar gimmick of a vehicle that turns into a stage with a guitar, etc. I have a type. I'm going to have to sit my parents down this weekend. As a shelf piece, it's practically unbeatable. That's something that you can look at every day and guarantee a smile. And if that wasn't enough, you can open up the chest for even more speakers, you lucky duck. If Prime's stoic mug isn't doing it for you, there's two other heads, more in line with Basara's coupon, so one closed-mouthed and one singing his heart out. I do like how you can change them out by opening the head up and then sliding in these pieces. It must be amazing to be a fan of both franchises, or annoying in a way I can't articulate or know since I'm not. You know, folks are never happy, are they? The shield and the guitar can store in the trailer, and the gun can plug in underneath. The spare heads even have their own little cubby hole, so it's all nice and neat, isn't it? Last modes are where you might fall off, but it has grown on me. We have this vehicle mode, which kind of blew me away, because I didn't realise we had a full set of wheels in the legs, and the way they fold out is actually quite clever. Actually. And I think it's meant to be Optimus Prime's contribution to the transformation side of things. This is his mode. And I get it if you don't think this is anything, because you're right, but I like it. The final mode is the combination of the vehicle mode to the trailer. Yeah, you just back them up into each other. Huh! That's something. Again, I don't hate it. I don't fully understand it, but I don't hate it either. I'm glad they did it. And yes, it would have made more sense for this to be Rodimus Prime, but they also probably wanted to actually sell these toys, and it's Optimus that commands the big bucks, kid. And you better, and I don't mean to be crass about this, get used to it, you bastard. So yeah, back to this thrilling development. Even if you only engage with the Fire Valkyrie, the robot mode, and the stage, this is a completely viable way to spend your money and your time. I recommend it even. The other modes, sure, they're something that exists in our timeline, and I'm glad they do, but I'll question if I'll ever see those modes again. It just feels good. It's like a higher-end commander class, rather than a masterpiece or a third-party effort. It's substantial. It has a level of quality it kind of deserves. Now, I should say this crossover absolutely worked as intended. I watched the first episode of Macross 7 and intend to watch more. I've researched and I found several toys of Fire Valkyrie that can only be described as bitchin', and honestly lamented a little bit that Optimus Prime is here, stinking up the joint. I'm now intending to get another Fire Valkyrie model, so they've won. I've lost. It worked. A chump. A two-time chump. Bye.